Once in a small Christian town in Asia, there stood a ghetto in which all the Jewish inhabitants lived. This ghetto was open on either side, so that all could pass through to the other side of town. On the other side of the town, there was a school for the children of Christian folk. There they learned to read and sing. Among the children, there was a child of 7 years old, the son of a widow. Every day he walked through the ghetto to school. This child had been taught by his mother to reverence the mother of Christ. Doing this brought him much joy. A happy child will always listen and hear.
Last night that song to honor my blessed mother with its beauty.
I will help you.
The words have such a beauty and sound, but I have yet to learn Latin. I pray that it will tell me what is being said to our most loving mother.
This song was made to greet our blessed lady, now on high, that she may reach to help us when we die. That's all I know. I can learn to sing, but my grammar's slow.
If I may, I will show my diligence and learn it off by heart for Christmas Day. Though they shall scold me when I cannot say my primer, though they may beat me thrice an hour, I'll learn it in her honor, to my power.
So every day the child sang to school and back again, through the streets of the town. Through the ghettos his song would resound, all of his own accord. He was happy, but others not so.
I'm angry. Oh, Hebrew people, look, is this not something that should be redressed? This child sings to spite you, canticles and saws against the reverence of your holy laws.
Thine be right.
From that time forward, all these Jews conspired to chase this innocent child from the earth's face. Down a dark alleyway they found and hired a murderer who owned that secret place. And as the boy passed at his happy pace, this cursed Jew grabbed and held him, slit his little throat, and cast him in a pit. This wretched widow waited all that night. She waited for her child, but all for naught. And very early in the morning, and pale with sleepless dread and busy thought, she searched his school, then up and down she sought, everywhere, and finally she got the news that he was last seen in the street of the Jews. Made inquiry with piteous cry of every Jew inhabiting that place, asking if they had seen her child go by, and they said no. But Jesus of his grace put her thought, and after a little space, to come upon the alley as she cried, for in a pit he had been cast aside. Lying with cavern throat and out of sight, he began to sing O Alma from the ground. The child with piteous lamentation, and he was brought, still singing out his song in high solemnity and celebration, toward the nearest abbey by the throng. The priest there, who was a holy man, as priests are, or as they ought to be, in invocation of the boy began to say aloud,
Dear child, I conjure thee by virtue of the Holy Trinity to say how singing is permitted thee, although thy throat is cut, seems to be.
So to the bone my neck is cut, I know, and I should have died a long time ago. But Christ has given me mercy here to sing O Alma loud and clear to the sweetest mother of Christ, that at the hour of my death sufficed. She drew near to me and bade me sing this anthem till my burying. And so I sing as I must sing again, till from my tongue you take away this grain, for the Virgin said to me,
When from thy tongue this grain of seed is taken here, no fear, thou shalt not be forsaken.
And so this monk took away the grain. Salt fell from the abbot's tears in a trickling rain, and all the weeping convent also bent. To earth's praised Christ mother with many a tear, they buried his body, fair and sweet. Where he is now, God grant we all may meet. This martyr child, so long ago, cursed by the Jews who bade it so, pray that thou God's mercy, through we may vary, in love and reverence to his mother Mary.